Today we're going to check some of the best posts on Today I Learned subreddit. Today I learned that in Japan, if a working day falls between two public holidays, that working day becomes an additional holiday by law, also known as a citizen's holiday. Today I learned when roosters open their beaks fully, their external auditory canals completely close off. Basically, roosters have built-in earplugs. This helps prevent them from damaging their hearing when they crow. Today I learned when a 400-year-old Japanese bonsai tree was stolen, the bonsai master gave out instructions on how the thief could care for the plant so it doesn't die, as he felt it was his child. Today I learned that Eminem's song Lose Yourself was the first rap song to win an Oscar for Best Original Song, but Eminem did not even watch the awards because he did not think he stood a chance at winning. Instead, he fell asleep watching cartoons with his daughter. Today I learned a suicide bomber with explosive in his laptop boarded the Somali-owned Dalo Airlines in 2016, intending to blow the whole aircraft. 20 minutes after the takeoff, the bomb exploded, creating a hole in the plane, and the suicide bomber was sucked out of the plane. He was the only fatality. Today I learned that Angelina Jolie once tried to hire a hitman to kill her, because she felt that a murder would be easier on her family than her committing suicide. The would-be hitman talked her out of it by asking her to wait a month. Today I learned that Max Planck was told by his professor to not go into physics, because almost everything is already discovered. Planck said he did not want to discover anything, just learn the fundamentals. He went on to originate quantum theory and win a Nobel Prize. Today I learned apes don't ask questions. While apes can learn sign language and communicate using it, they have never attempted to learn new knowledge by asking humans or other apes. They don't seem to realize that other entities can know things they don't. It's a concept that separates mankind from apes. Today I learned, after being scolded by a woman who felt that his shoes were too expensive for kids, Shaq forewent a $40 million deal with Reebok and signed one with Walmart. He then brought in designers from Reebok so that his Walmart shoes would look costlier than the $20 price. Over 400 million pairs were sold. Today I learned that in 1998, Sony had the chance to buy the rights to almost every Marvel character for $25 million. They opted to only buy the rights to Spider-Man for just $7 million, stating nobody gives a shit about the other Marvel characters. Today I learned planned obsolescence is illegal in France. It is a crime to intentionally shorten the lifespan of a product with the aim of making the customers replace it. In early 2018, French authorities used this law to investigate reports that Apple deliberately slowed down older iPhones via software updates. Today I learned in 2011, a 29-year-old Australian bartender found an ATM glitch that allowed him to withdraw way beyond his balance. In a bender that lasted 4.5 months, he managed to spend around $1.6 million of the bank's money. Today I learned that Keanu Reeves often forgoes some of his paycheck so that producers can bring on other notable actors. On The Devil's Advocate, he reduced his salary by a few $1,000,000 so that they could afford Al Pacino. And he did the same thing on The Replacements to be able to work with Gene Hackman. Today I learned an actor in Nazi Germany lost his job for being Jewish. He went to the Alps, grew a beard, and dyed all his hair by bathing in diluted hydrogen. He returned to the stage claiming to be a self-taught peasant actor and was praised by the Nazis as proof of the superiority of the Aryan blood. Today I learned some farmers in Bangladesh have switched to raising ducks instead of chickens because during catastrophic floods, ducks float. Today I learned the cast of Friends each made $1 million per episode in the final 2 seasons and now make $20 million per year per cast member for the reruns. The show still generates $1 billion per year for Warner Bros. All thanks to David Schwimmer encouraging the cast to negotiate as a team. Today I learned that millennial dads are spending 3 times as much time with their kids than their fathers spent with them. Back in 1982, 43% of fathers admitted they had never changed a diaper. Today, that number is down to about 3%. What was the most interesting fact you learned? Please share in the comment.